Garrett Smith with the e-learning platform. The idea of the platform is everybody's a student and anyone can be a teacher. The platform is a longer tail than any of the other lousy e-learning platforms that currently exist. It's more cost effective because it does not vet teachers. Teachers aren't vetted. Teachers are vetted by the users, not by the platform. This means that if the teacher's not doing well, then the teacher can be set for remediation. But until then, everything's fine and the teacher's doing fine and the students are fine. Let them be. Let the student negotiate with the teacher when, how much, at what pace, and all these sorts of things that the student will want to learn in their way that they want to learn them, in their own self-directed manner. The problem with the current websites like Wyzant is they have to incur the huge cost of vetting the teacher, making sure for this particular subject that the teacher meets that certification, and for the other subject another certification, and so on. It's not cost effective. Another problem that these platforms have is that they don't use internet money. No, they use payment processors that charge fees, which is not really efficient. It's cumbersome, and a much better way to do it is to use internet money, Bitcoin. Faster, cheaper, and worldwide. Censorship free. Anybody can use it, so long as they are able to. Usability is getting much better for Bitcoin. It's getting faster, Lightning Network. So this is the way it's going to be. Internet money. Now the idea of the platform is to make it easier to teach there without having to pay all those fees. So you don't have to, for example, as a teacher, create a full social media platform, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube videos, and your own website, and emailers. It's a lot of work. And you think about all that work you're going to have to do to create all of that. Produce your own videos with the subtitles and the bullet lists and the transitions. It's a lot of work. It takes time. Time is money. It's taken away from the time that you can use to teach your students effectively. To spend that extra 15 minutes for Jimmy to make sure that he's doing everything that he could do, or to research something for Sarah that could help her out. Now you have to spend more time on your marketing, which means that you have to charge more from Jimmy and Sarah. It's also, on the student's perspective, student has to figure out how they're going to learn. They go to YouTube, they go to Google, they type it in, how do I blah, blah, blah. They finally find the tutorial and they can't ask a question and they have to contact the teacher. They wait for the teacher to get back from, they find out the teacher charges $80 an hour. They're not going to pay $80 an hour, but somebody will. So the teacher keeps marketing and marketing and marketing and marketing until they find those few people who pay $80 an hour. It's an inefficient model. It's not a good way to learn. Instead, the teacher should be more accessible to more students. More students should be able to learn this way, in the way that they can learn whatever they want, in the way they want to learn it, how and when and what time, as much as quickly, whether they're faster or slower. It's more individualized, focused treatment on the student. Now, the only problem, though, is that this is not going to be it's not going to be profitable right in the immediate. You see, because we're not going to charge 10, 20, 30, 40%. It's going to be less than 10% fees, probably less than 5% of the fee. The nominal fee that the platform takes is going to be profitable when there are more exchanges, right? I mean, think about it. If you have one teacher a day and the teacher charges $50 an hour, and you're charging 5%, that the platform is bringing $2.50 a day. Obviously not cost effective. Now, if the platform is highly effective and it's drawing in more and more teachers, teachers are leaving other platforms to come to this platform, then obviously we're going to have more teachers, which means it's going to be 2 teachers is going to be $5 a day, and 200 teachers is going to be $500 a day, and 200,000 teachers is obviously, you can do the math on that. It's the more teachers you have, the more money you make. the way to make this scale is to minimize the amount of work that the platform has to do as far as vetting goes. So those other platforms don't scale. You have to vet every single teacher, and that could cost more. It's more maintenance as far as dealing with the people crap. This automates that process, and it turns the labor of vetting over to the users who can upvote the teacher, who can make sure that the teacher is more respected. So that way, those good teachers get to charge more. They get more students. They're more popular overall. Now, for teachers that aren't doing a good job, for teachers that are doing a bad job, those teachers get downvoted, they get bad reviews, etc. They get lower search rankings, and they get disciplined. What I can offer is I can maintain this idea and the vision, which is my idea, which I've been promoting for over a year now, and it's deeply rooted in my philosophy of open source learning, inspired by the likes of John Holt and John Taylor Gatto, and unschooling and independent self-directed study, freedom, anarchism, libertarian ideologies. I can maintain the vision of that. I can maintain the vision of the user experience, so that way it's a good user experience for everybody. So if one person wants to teach German and study violin and study auto mechanics, then they can do that. So there's not this strong dichotomy of what type of user you are. You're a person. You're a person who is learning something and who is teaching something. You're a learner and a teacher. You're academically minded. You're interested in self-directed study. School doesn't work for you. And increasingly, more and more people are finding that school is not working for them. So I maintain the user experience that's rooted in my philosophy. And in addition to that, I also write the code for the front end. What I don't do any of the back end. I don't do any of the legal stuff. I don't do any of the back end or the legal stuff. I don't get funding. I don't know how to do those things. That's why I need somebody else to help me do them. This is Garrett Smith. This is my idea.